This is Trey Pastor, and welcome to the Horoscope 101 channel. And it's Saturday, so it's my day. And this week is horror comedy. Okay, and there's a lot of great selections for horror comedy. And the movie that I chose to review for this week is Young Frankenstein, directed by Mel Brooks. Of course, written by Gene Wilder and Mel Brooks. Okay, this is a horror comedy classic. Okay, a lovely tribute to the classic Frankenstein movies from Universal Horror. Okay, particularly the first Frankenstein movie, Bride of Frankenstein and Son of Frankenstein. When you watch this movie, you'll see the references when you watch it. Of course, again, this movie stars Gene Wilder as Dr. Frankenstein, as he says, Peter Ball as the monster, Marty Feldman is Igor, or and Terry Garr is Inga, and Cloris Leachman is Frau Blucher, and Madeline Kahn is Elizabeth, Dr. Frankenstein's fiance. Anyway, like I said, this movie opens with, it's filmed in black and white. It's made in 1974. That's another thing. Like I said, it's written by Gene Wilder and Mel Brooks. And the movie opens with a young neurosurgeon played by, Frederick von Frankenstein, as he calls himself, who's he's trying to distance himself from his grandfather, Victor von Frankenstein's legacy of, reanimating dead tissue and stuff. So he's trying to, he's a young neurosurgeon, and the movie opens with him in a class, he's trying to teach, about the brain and stuff. And there's a persistent student. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil too many. I'm just going to tell you a few things, but I'm not going to try to spoil the movie. Anyway, I'll just give you the gist of it. But I'm going to tell you some funny bits that because this movie is just an all-time comedy classic. Anyway, he's trying to explain the brain to some medical students, when this persistent student constantly brings up his grandfather and his work with with dead, bringing creatures back to life, and he just finally loses it, and this tells the guy this line, classic line:
"My grandfather's work was doo-doo."
That is funny. The Gene Wilder, the look on his face is just priceless when he says that, and that just cracks me up. But soon after that, he finds out that he inherited, of course, his grandfather's estate, and of course, like I said, he's trying to distance himself from it, but he goes anyway, and he goes to the castle. Of course, takes a train to Transylvania, and he meets up with Igor, played by the hilarious Marty Feldman, who's absolutely hysterical in this movie, and pays special attention to his hump. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, and then he meets Inga, who's a young, sexy medical student, and Terry Garr is funny and gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And then on the way to the castle, that's when they first meet Cloris Leachman's character, Frau Blucher, and she was, she worked with his grandfather, of course, and she shows him to his room and stuff, and then he tries to, he discovers, or he's led to his grandfather's secret notes. Okay, and if this was the classic Frankenstein movie, he'd find the book that said "The Secret of Life and Death" by Victor von Frankenstein. But in this movie, it has a different title, and I don't want to spoil that what the title is. But the title is absolutely hilarious when you see that. Okay, and from there, he reads his grandfather's notes about life and death, and he gets intrigued, and of course he decides to do what his grandfather did, bring a dead body back to life, okay, and put a brain in it, and of course the same thing that happens to his grandfather happens to him. Okay, that's not a spoiler, but anyway, well, it is a spoiler, but you can pretty much figure it out from the trailer. Anyway, after that, I don't want to, after, he brings the creature back to life, I don't want to say anything more after that, okay, because everything else after that is hilarious and funny, and this movie has to be watched to be enjoyed. But I'm going to tell you a few bits without, well, I'm going to spoil a little bit of it, but not too much of it, because I talked about this before in one of my videos before. There's a bit where, after he finds, Dr. Frankenstein finds out that Igor gave his creature an abnormal brain, and he's trying to, to educate the creature, and he goes to Inga and Igor and Frau Blucher, and tells them to I'm going to talk to the creature. You know, he's behind the door with the creature. He said, listen, no matter what you hear, no matter how much I beg and scream, you know, do not open this door, okay? You understand? No matter how much I beg and plead, okay, you do not open this door or you'll ruin everything we've tried to accomplish, okay? So they say, okay, we got you. So they lock the door, and then he goes in, and he tries to talk to the creature, and the creature gets up and starts raging, and then he turns around, Gene Wilder, and he went to the door and said, open up the door. Open up the door. Okay? Can't you tell me? It's telling you a joke? Open up the door. Mommy! It's absolutely hilarious. Gene Wilder is just hysterical in this movie. Like I said, everybody in this movie is absolutely fantastic. Like I said, and Madeline Kahn, you know, plays the fiance of Gene Wilder's character, Frederick Young Frankenstein. She's not in this much, but her bits in it are funny, absolutely hilarious. And Peter Boyle's the monster is crazy too. It's just one of the fantastic movies. It has to be seen. Like I said, it's a lovely comedic tribute to the classic horror movies, the Frankenstein movies, in particular. Like I said, the first three movies: Frankenstein, A Bride of Frankenstein, and Son of Frankenstein. And if you've seen those movies, when you watch this, you'll understand exactly what I mean. Okay, this movie is absolutely hilarious. Okay, and I don't want to spoil anything more, say anything more, you know, without spoiling anything. So I want you to absolutely watch this movie and enjoy it. Like I said, all the players in this movie, from Gene Wilder as Dr. Frankenstein, Peter Boyle as the monster, Marty Feldman as Igor, Terry Garr as Inga, like I said, Madeline Kahn as Elizabeth, Cloris Leachman as Frau Bucher. All of the players in this movie are absolutely fantastic, and I love that they filmed it in black and white. That makes it great. And this Blu-ray has a ton of special features and stuff, and interviews with you know, Mel Brooks and Marty Feldman, Gene Wilder, and Cloris Leachman and Terry Garr, and just tell you the making of it. You know, what goes into a lot of great special features on this Blu-ray. Definitely highly recommend this movie. Definitely see this. Okay, if you've seen it, let me know what you think. Feel free to leave your comments down below, and thank you for watching the Horoscope 101 channel. Okay, I think next week is a Hammer horror, I think, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me directly on that. Okay, and hopefully you stay tuned for everybody. Tomorrow I think is Kayla. Yeah, tomorrow is Sunday, so it's Kayla's day. Okay, and then we'll start again on Monday. Okay, so and also check out my channel. Okay, I'll leave a link to my channel in here somewhere. Okay, watch my videos. I do unboxings and movie reviews and trailer reactions, all that other crazy stuff, contests, everything else. So anyway, let me know what you think. Feel free to leave your comments down below, and definitely see Young Frankenstein. Okay? Definitely worth seeing. This is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.